Welcome back, everybody, to our Birthday Boys show. Welcome back for another action-packed, ass-pounding episode. Y'all know me. We got Big Japes. We have our host, Eric. I'm only introducing today because we have Celia Contreras back on with us.
She said it right.
Woo! Eric's been banned from saying any Hispanic names around here, but I'll let him take over for now.
Yeah. It was a sin. I had to go to PR classes. I didn't know we even had an HR department. Turns out we do. It's JP's mom. She called me. She said we got to talk about this.
She was pissed. Okay.
Yeah. She beat my ass with a Choco through the phone. I didn't even know that was an option.
I'm calling her ass right now. You say that to her.
I'm sorry.
I'll send it to you guys later, but there's like this video. It's either on Instagram or TikTok, but it's a whole bunch of like Mexican dudes and her white dude. It's a whole bunch of guys. It's like, I trust my Latino girlfriend. And it's the girl standing behind with a shoe, and they put a cup on their head, and they try and knock the cup over. And like the first 10, like just like perfect aim. It's like, she's gonna be a good mom.
Yeah.
And then one hit was the dude in the back of the head. The other one got hit in the shoulder. I just started laughing.
Oh my gosh.
But it's like, I trust my Latino girlfriend. She was like, you did it, babe.
Yeah. Good job. You're gonna hit our kids from across the house so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, we had to pick switches and stuff still.
We had to do that too.
Yeah, that was...
My parents got creative with what they beat us with.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was really like my great-grandma was like the one that was like, go get a stick, you're getting hit with it. And you're like, damn it. So, and then, yeah, my mom usually was just like, whatever was around. You know, like spoon, spatula, whatever was in the hand or close by. Like, that was the move. But, yeah. Yeah,
What happened in your childhood, Celia?
A lot of stuff. No, so my dad's choice was normally a belt or his hand, but my dad did construction for 20 years, and like he also like worked in the fields, like picking fruit and shit with his bare hands. So he just had like years of calluses on his hand. Like, honestly, I think his hand was worse than the belt.
Yeah.
But my mom, she got creative with it. Like, I've been hit with power cords, belts, shoes, books. Like, one time my grandma kicked my ass with a Bible.
Jesus is mad!
A holy beating, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But one time she did hit me with her belt, and she had this giant buckle at the end of it that was silver and turquoise. But in turquoise, her name was on it, Teresa. And she hit me so hard with it, my ass at Teresa for like 3 weeks. And then I got in trouble and sent to the office at school because I refused to sit down in class, and it's because it hurt to sit down. And the teacher was like, sit down. And I'm like, I don't want to. It's like, why don't you want to? And then it's just like, I don't want to say. It's like, sit down now. You can sit down here or you can sit down in the office. And I'm like, I'll go to the office, but I'm not sitting down there either.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't tell anyone. And then my mom was like, why'd you get in trouble? And I'm like, because it hurt to sit down.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I didn't hit you that hard. And I'm like, there's bruises. And she's like, show me. I don't believe you. She looked, it's like, nothing.
You're being weak.
And it's like, it says Teresa on my ass.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm literally imprinted.
Yeah, but then there's like the whole thing. It's all like, our parents didn't beat us. We fell down.
Yeah.
You know what they say? If you can't laugh at your abusive childhood, you probably didn't survive it.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
I miss my brother.
Just
kidding. No. You right.
He talked back one too many times. He learned. Jesus.
Yeah, no, they never beat anybody to death. Though, like, my family is violent. Like, all right, so this is going to sound batshit insane. But one time we were having a family reunion, and like my mom, she knew how to throw down. Like both her and my dad, like he never beat her. It was normally a fair fight. But there's like, there's two things. One, to this day, we don't know who's telling the truth.
Yeah.
So my dad had an accident. He fell down in the bathroom, and he broke 3 of his ribs. So according to my dad, my mom pushed him into the tub, and that's how he broke his ribs.
Jesus Christ.
But if you ask my mom, no, he was drunk and he fell down.
Yeah.
But like we heard that before, and like it could honestly go either fucking way.
Yeah, it's like they might both be right.
Yeah, no, my mom had a mean right hook too.
Yeah.
Like they'd get into actual fist fights. But we were at a family reunion. We rented out a VFW. But my family was like, oh yeah, no, like a lot of our family members have served. The veterans can stay.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to usher them out of the bar or anything. So we have a mariachi band, as is our way. And they start playing the music, but there's this old white guy sitting at the bar, just like a bitter, like Vietnam veteran.
Yeah.
And like after 30 minutes of the family reunion, he yells, it's like, will you wetbacks quit playing that spick music?
Oh my God.
And then like, just like in every Western, the music cuts.
Yeah.
And then like all these little short Mexican heads whip around to the bar. And yeah, next thing, like the fight ensues.
Yeah.
And the men rush to fight, and then like the veteran, his friends like jump in the fight.
Yeah.
I don't think they wanted to, but
Yeah.
like never leave a man behind or some shit.
Yeah, they're like, that's a brother.
Yeah. But it was like kind of funny to watch. It was like Attack on Titan, just all these little people like climbing up these veterans who are like 3 feet taller than them. But like the women like usher all the kids to where the band's at, because like the bar is here, the kids are over here. Or the band's over here. So all the women like move the kids to the back, and then they join in the fight. And the dude who yelled the spick music thing, like he punches my dad, and my dad goes down, and my mom stepped in and punched the dude in the face and knocked out a couple of his teeth.
Oh shit.
And like after everything was said and done, they found 2 of the 3 missing teeth. And like they couldn't find the other one.
Yeah.
Next day we're at home, my mom's doing dishes, and she keeps feeling like this lump in her hand. And she like works on it, and she pulls out the dude's tooth that got lodged in her hand. She looked at it, cleaned it a little bit, and threw it with our baby teeth that she kept next to it. So anyway, this tooth is my birthright.
Yeah.
It was like my 15th birthday, and my mom was like, what do you want? And I'm like, can I have that tooth you knocked out of that guy's mouth? And she's like, I don't know why, but yeah. So like I take it, and it went missing. It turns out one of my shitty sisters stole it, and the other sister found out and told me. And I find out about this after I moved to Austin.
Yeah.
I was this close to withdrawing money from my savings account to go start some shit and get my tooth back, because that's my tooth. That's my legacy. And
Hilarious being like, that's my Alcoholics the guy's ass beat tooth, not yours, bitch.
Yeah. You gotta wear that around a necklace and shit. The tooth of a racist.
no, that's what I wanted to do, or like have it put in a ring. Like I thought it would be fun.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Get it cemented into a pair of brass knuckles.
Yeah.
Right in the center.
That's some Jeepers Creepers type of shit.
Yeah.
No, but my entire family's nuts, and like just when like we always make the situation worse. Like my niece's husband, so he's getting arrested for like drunk and disorderly. There's a pattern in my family.
Yeah.
But the cop was being a dick to him, and he just like, while they're cuffing him and like giving him his Miranda rights, he sharply turns, spits in the cop's face, and says, "You got AIDS, motherfucker."
Oh my God.
And then they tased him. Like they put like this kind of like bag thing over his head, like to keep him from like doing more spitting, because like he just said that he had AIDS.
Yeah.
So they needed to protect the rest of the officers, but they had to take him and the police officer to the hospital
to get tested.
Yeah, and they like run the test and shit.
Wow.
But the next day we're like, "You're Mexican. Why the fuck would you do that?"
Yeah. It's like, that's a bad move. Like.
Yeah. He's like, "They didn't know I was Mexican." It's like, "Your last name is Delgado."
Yeah. Oh my God.
I've also been in fist fights, but I haven't done too many. Okay, I have done some crazy shit, but that's not important.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you good at fighting?
I did martial arts for 10 years.
Oh shit. So
Yeah.
you had an advantage.
Yeah, that helped, and I was like used to getting my ass kicked because of my family, and I have 4 older brothers. Yeah. And they did not like. I would rather get in a fist fight with my brothers than like listen to the mean shit my sisters would say. Yeah. Like, it's like bruises and bones will heal.
Yeah.
It's like there's shit my sisters have said that'll like keep me up at night, and I'm like, hey, I'm a stand-up comic.
Yeah. Yeah. Women usually can like cut very deep. with word. They'll say stuff and you're like, ooh, you picked out the thing I don't like about myself and said. Sucks. You get hit and you're like, all right, now we're just fighting.
Well, Mexican families as a whole, like, there's a meme about that. It's all like Mexicans, like white people will name their kids like Champion and Princess for their nicknames. Mexicans will take your biggest insecurity and make it your nickname. I have a cousin named Froggy because she has big ass frog lips. We called my sister Cynthia Lurch because she looked like Lurch from Addams Family.
Oh, shit.
After when I started like trying to kill him, like started cutting and stuff and they found out and like I tried my first suicide attempt, they started calling me Slicey for a little while.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
At least we're keeping it funny, you know?
Yeah.
Like at the time, I'm like looking back now, it's like, oh, that was actually pretty funny.
Yeah. At least they were clever.
What'd your mom call you, buddy? Was it like Tiger and Big Guy and Champ and shit?
No, there wasn't a lot of that in my family.
No?
Like, there wasn't a lot of the nicknames weren't real popular. Like, it was usually my mom would just call me by the dog's name. That seems to happen a lot because she just, especially like once I moved and then like would come back, she'd be like, well, I just get used to yelling at the dog. She's like, now you're back here to get yelled at, so.
That was the fun thing too. So my mom, she'd like yell the wrong name like 5 times in a row.
Yeah.
But like she'd be mad at me and she's like, David, Sarah, Catherine, what the fuck is your name?
Yeah.
It's like, Celia. It's like, get your ass over here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. Like I did have cutesy names too. Like Shelly is the cutesy version of Celia, but it'd be Chelly Bear, Baby Bear. My mom called my brother Jethro because he was ditzy. And then she called him Bullwinkle and like would tell him he was dumb and shit. Like she was so mean to my other siblings.
Yeah.
Like she didn't get mean to me until I started being mean to her 5th husband.
Yeah.
He was a piece of shit though.
Yeah.
Glad he's dead.
And we don't know what happened. There's no evidence of what happened.
Oh no, I killed his ass. Just kidding. Just kidding. He killed himself when he crossed me. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was legit thinking about it though. Like I was saving apple seeds and I was gonna crush them up because they have arsenic or cyanide in them. Like I was legit plotting his death. Mostly because he like when my mom was at work, he would like stand outside my door and masturbate on the door, and he'd like scream my name.
That's weird.
Yeah, and then I told my mom that, and she's like, "You just don't want me to be happy. You're just so miserable." And she's like, "You're just like your father. You're just like your grandmother." And I'm like, "Okay." It's like this is where we're at now.
Yeah.
Damn.
And that's when she started being mean.
Yeah.
All the ass kickings I got was normally deserved.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Damn, we should call Teresa too. We should just call all our moms for an episode, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, Teresa's dead too, because she also crossed me. Just kidding, no. Yeah, unfortunately, both my parents are deceased. And one of my brothers has also passed away.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Got a body count like the Clintons over here.
One of my friends did make a roast about that. It's like, Celia, how many of your family members have killed themselves? It's like, that we know of, 4. It's like the rest were friends.
Yeah.
But like total, I know like 15 people who've killed themselves.
Oh, shit.
Actually got in a fight with these girls at school. So my friend Justin Straka, he killed himself. Mm-hmm. And it was like when he was 16. But like not a lot of people went to his funeral because he was he was cool, but he was like kind of an outcast and weird. But these 3 popular girls died. And like one of their friends lived, but they died for a stupid reason. They saw a spider, started freaking out, and then swerved off the road.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but everybody was like, their friends, like the cheerleaders or some shit, like did a little benefit for them to raise money for the funeral and stuff. It's like nobody gave a fuck about Justin.
Yeah.
But like we're at school and I said as much. And it's like, Justin died too. It's like, yeah, but 3 deaths outweigh 1. And I'm like, okay, at least when he killed himself, it was on purpose. Your friends are just fucking yeah.
Nice.
I have an attitude problem. Also, I'm probably gonna get bitchier as I get sober. Cause like I was mean when I was little and throughout my teens.
Yeah.
Like I was nice, but I was mean. Like I just don't have a lot of patience for stupid people.
That's fair.
And when I was younger, I didn't drink away most of my brain cells because I didn't start drinking until I was like 21.
Yeah. Well, at least you're not an angry drunk.
I'm not, but I did go through an angry drinking phase when my mom died.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I didn't get thrown out of that bar. I smashed a beer bottle against somebody's head.
Jesus.
Holy shit! Without getting thrown out?
Well, I got thrown out, but I didn't get 86th.
Okay, I gotcha.
Wait, what's 86?
When
Like
you're not
banned?
allowed back in the
Okay.
venue over again. But yeah, the dude pissed me off, and like it wasn't a beer bottle, it was actually the bleeder glass steins, the mugs.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I broke that over his head.
Jesus.
Plastic. I mean, sometimes you just gotta.
Yeah. Yeah, you got banned from a bar up here in Austin too, didn't you?
You son of a bitch.
What'd you do?
Oh man, I can't believe this guy's bringing this up on the cast, but it's time, right? It's time, you know. I don't like to call out a bunch of places, but no, seriously, I was just way too fucking drunk. I don't remember anything.
Yeah, fuck you, Buffalo Wild Wings.
That's even better.
Yeah, we were dancing with like old chicks all night. My buddy was doing coke all night. And I'm sober in that aspect. So he could just keep going with the drinking, man. You know what I mean? And I was.
Well, Coke is like an energy drink or a supplement you take to drink more.
Yeah. And I was
I'm
just.
gonna sober up. More.
Yeah, he'd come out from the bathroom and be like, all right, another shot into the beer to fucking round him up. I was like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
That was the day we started drinking at like 11 a.m. at the pizza place and shit, dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then I got kicked out for being too fucking smooth, yo.
Yeah.
That's what they fucking did.
He's slaying too much puss. Fucking banging too many of these old whores in the bathroom where people are trying to do perfectly good cocaine.
One of them was pretty good looking, man. I'm telling you, like, she had a nice body, and it was
imagine that a bouncer comes in on you fucking a girl on the counter. It's like, hey, people do cocaine on that.
Yeah. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Sir, she's 64.
Yeah.
It's like her like dry ass pussy's gonna mix with a cocaine residue.
Yeah. You start getting really fucking high. You're, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yeah, see, I didn't realize.
Have you ever been kicked out of a bar, bro?
I only got kicked out of a bar once because my buddy was way too fucked up and he like fell asleep at the bar.
Oh, so it was a simple thing.
Yeah, it was just like
no action.
Yeah, like we were just like there all night, and then he went and like put his head down on the bar, and she's just like, no, out. And he's like 6'4", and me and the other guy there with me is like the same height as me. So we're dragging his giant ass out of the bar. And I was just like, is there any bouncer here? And they're like, we don't have bouncers here. What are you talking about? And I was like, all right. So we were just dragging him out into the parking lot, put him in the car, went home. And then the next morning he's like, yeah, I don't remember leaving the bar. And I was like, yeah, I believe that. You fell asleep at the bar and got us kicked out.
Me and my friends did get escorted out of a casino one time because my friend was too drunk. But we think what it was I was winning too much money at the blackjack table.
There's a good chance.
But like he like was like swerve walking. And like he like hit his there was like a piece of carpet that was like up. But like he tripped on that. But like I kept winning money and I didn't even want to go to the casino that night. But nobody else had rent money except for me and the friend who we got thrown out for.
Yeah.
But it was Super Bowl Sunday. This was like 6-7 years ago. This is like my first month living in Phoenix.
Oh, nice.
But like the other 3 guys didn't have their rent money. And then like my friend Scott was like, we should go to the casino. Celia, bring out your devil cards and see if it's a good idea. Because I do tarot.
Yeah.
So like I flipped them over. It's like this one's prosperity. This one's this. And he's like, we're going to the casino. And I'm like, I'm not spending my rent money to go to the casino.
Yeah.
And then my friend Joshua had extra money because he does tattoo artists. And he's the one I have the drinking bet with.
Yeah.
He's like, shut up, hooker, I got you. He gives me like $20 and I'm like, this is gonna be gone fast.
Yeah.
But I sit down at the table and I just keep getting more and more chips. And then I started doing like 2 hands at a time, betting 20 on each hand.
Oh, fuck.
And then when I kept getting blackjacks, I'd get the remaining blackjacks and I'm like, I'll play until I lose and then go back to 20. But like my friends see, it's like, hey Celia, how are you doing? It's like, I lost out. Are those yours?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, he's having me guard his chips for him.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck yeah. And he grabs a stack of chips. Then Josh comes around the other corner and grabs a stack of chips. And then they disappear and come back. It's like, yeah, we didn't spend any of that money on that. We just went to the bar. It's like, we need more chips. But they like keep going to get the chips and shit. And I'm like, can at least one of you assholes bring me a beer?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah. 45 minutes later.
Yeah.
It's all like, did you get my beer? Oh, I forgot. We need more chips.
Yeah. Dude, sending a drunk person on a task is always the worst idea.
Yeah.
Because it'll eventually maybe get done, but never in a timely manner. Like, it's always just like, it's like sending a puppy on a mission.
Yeah.
Like, just any shiny thing is going to take him off
If
task.
I sent my, like, a drunk family member versus a 3-year-old toddler to go get me a beer from the fridge, the toddler will be back.
Yeah. Yeah, see, because I'm really bad, and like I'm a big talker, especially like you start drinking and stuff. So if I'm at a thing and my wife's like, "Oh, go get something," if I walk out there, then there's somebody standing there, then I'll just be like, I'll hold the thing in the hand and talk to him for an hour. Then she finally like, "What is going on?" It's like, "Oh, well, there was a person. Sorry, my bad."
Yeah.
We had to have every conversation ever because they were standing here.
He explained to me this Missouri goodbye the other day, and I thought it was hilarious because it's actually happened a couple of times between us.
Yeah.
And I want to see what you think about this. Can you explain it?
Yeah. So you've heard of an Irish goodbye, of course,
Yeah.
where you just leave. I believe there's a thing called a Midwestern goodbye, where it's you get done, everyone says they're going to leave. You stand up, you talk for another 15 to 20 minutes. You then all walk to the door, stand at the door, 15, 30 minutes. You then walk outside, another 15 to 30. You get in the car, roll the window down, another 10 to 15. You then drive away. So I was telling him it takes like an hour. If I'm like at a family event or like anything back home and it's like, all right, I need to leave at 10, at 9 o'clock, you have to be like, all right, see you later. Because then there's this whole long process. And I think it's just a Midwestern thing.
Or is it a white thing? Did that...
So, like, yes and no.
Okay.
So, I always felt bad when I Irish goodbye people, but, like, I'm likable for some reason. But, like, I'd, like, make my way or I'd say bye to everybody. But, like, whoever's giving me a ride, it's like, Celia, we need to go. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to beeline towards the door. Yeah. So, like, I'm going to close out and then do that. But then I got stopped and, like, get roped into 5-10 minute conversations. It's like, Celia, it's like, I know. And by the time, like, I'm at the door ready to leave, my friend, like, walked off and started talking to somebody.
Yeah.
But, like, the one that bothers me is, like, it'll mostly be in the parking lot after last call or after a show. Mm-hmm. But we all agree to go to a different bar afterwards. And I'm fat. I don't like to stand for extended periods of time.
Yeah.
But, like, we'll be there, like, standing and talking. But we're going to the next bar. And I'm like, why can't we do this at the bar? It's like, why are we sitting here for 50 minutes when we could be drinking?
Yeah.
It's all like, we only have 3 hours left to drink. What the fuck are you people doing?
Yeah.
It's game time.
Yeah. Yeah, see, my family's so, like, and maybe it's just, like, whether or not, because I asked him one time, I was like, is your family, like, talkers? Do they talk? And he's like, no. He's like, we fucking are not talkers at all. And I'm like I said, I think it's kind of a Midwestern thing, but maybe it's just whether or not your family's chatty or not. Because, like, if all my family gets together and it's like, oh, we're all going to go to a restaurant, we do, you know, you stand outside the restaurant for 30 minutes all talking. And it's like, oh, we should go get a table. And then you have dinner and then everything back out in the parking lot, 30 minutes to an hour at least of all the same, until, like, somebody just, like, gets in a vehicle and starts it and is like, come on. And you're like, oh, hey, we got to leave. It's so bad.
Wow. Yeah. I recently learned that I took that personality test. Have you guys ever taken that? Like the extrovert or introvert, and then, like, there's like 3 other categories.
I've always felt it's clear enough for me. I've never needed to.
Well, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. But I recently found out.
I'll check it out. I did take the child trauma test. Fucking aced it.
Yeah.
There's this one section that determines whether or not you're, like, an introvert or an extrovert. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I recently found out that I skew extrovert a little bit, which is kind of odd because what you were telling me about fucking terrifies me. Like, I'm so much in my head all the time that, you know, if there's this convoluted story, I'm just like, oh, bitch, get the fuck out of my face. Like, that's kind of what I'm...
Yeah.
That's terrible shit, right? I'm like a sociopath. Like, that's fucking...
I mean, a little bit, but it's fun. So.
See, that's the thing, because I can go either way. So, like, I don't know, like, compared to my family, I'm definitely an extrovert, mostly because I have friends. And, like, I go out and do social things. But also, there's times where, like, I don't like to stay at home by myself all the time. Like, some days I do. But, like, I like to write in bars. And I I'll, like, prop up, like, against, like, the beer can. I'll prop up my little phone.
Yeah.
And either listen to music or watch movies and write. Mm-hmm. But, like, some days it's like, yeah, I want to have a conversation. But then there's other days somebody will just come up to me and start talking at me. Yeah. And I'm like, I want to watch The Boys.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there and it's like, uh-huh. Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Word. Yeah. Okay. I need to get back to the... That's really intense, bro. But, like, I'll get mad at that sometimes. And that's the other thing about, like, me going on my drinking break. Like, I don't mean to be, but I just come off as bitchy. And I guess I just have, like, an angry face. But also, I guess I get this 1,000-yard stare.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, most of the time, like, I'm not thinking of anything fucked up, but I'll just be, like, sitting there and, like just kind of zoning out or staring at something. And people are like, Celia, are you okay? Are you okay? Right? Like, you look like you either want to kill somebody or deep throat a shotgun.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. But then multiple people will come up and ask. It's like, hey, are you okay? You have an intense look on your face.
Yeah.
And then somebody's like, why do you look like you served a nom? Like, I'll get these. But, like, after the 5th or 7th one, because that's, like, another one of my pet peeves, after I say I'm fine, and then 20 more people ask, or the same person, it's like, are you okay? And this was the last time I was sober. My friend was drunk. He's like, are you okay? Did you have too much to drink? Are you fine? And I'm like, no, I didn't have too much to drink. I didn't have enough to drink because I haven't had a drink in 47 fucking days.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, did you eat something? And I'm like, yes, I ate. It's like, well, let me fix you a plate just to make sure. And I'm like, I love you. I really do.
Yeah.
But if you don't get a fuck away from me, I am going to waterboard you with beer.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I have found that whenever I go out, especially like going to like open mics and stuff like that, I feel really uncomfortable if I'm not talking to people.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel like I look like a psychopath just standing there. But at the same time, if I don't, like, I'll talk to anyone, but I'm not always the one to seek out random people and just, like, jump in conversations. So
see, and random people just are drawn to me.
Yeah.
Like, I could be there doing nothing, or, like, what pisses me off is when I'm reading a book.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, I'm reading. You can see that I can't see you. And then people come up. It's like, hi, Celia. And, like, if I'm really into the book, I legit don't hear them.
Yeah.
But then I'll put the book down and somebody comes up. It's like, did I do something to upset you? And I'm like, no. Why? It's like, well, I said hi to you and you ignored me. And I'm like, was I reading a book? It's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, unless you're more interesting than Charles Dickens.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you want from me, bro? But that drives me nuts. And, like, it's a little bit worse now since the Kill Tony stuff. Because, like, again, I get recognized a lot.
Yeah.
And people are like, selfie? It's like, yeah, of course. But, like, I lost a joke because I was trying to write this joke. And it could have been great.
Yeah.
But this dude comes up. It's like, hey, it's all like, you were on Kill Tony. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, give me 5 minutes. And then I promise I'll be social and say hi.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, but real quick, though. 20 minutes later, the only word I wrote on the page was the.
Yeah.
And he left. And I'm like, kind of want to go find that dude and slash his fucking tires.
Yep.
So he loses time of his day.
Yeah. Yeah. That is the worst thing. Because that's part of the reason I don't like bothering people or feeling like I'm going to bother people is because I hate whenever I'm like in a conversation with people like out.
Yeah.
And then people come up and like jump in or what, or just like, and you're like, hey, we were talking. And
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just a thing with comedians where they aren't all good at social cues.
Like half of us are autistic.
Yeah, so like
I'm not, but
yeah, so
my sister is.
It's very, very common. And so you like be in the middle of a conversation and then it's always, or a large amount of the time, it's the most annoying people that you don't really want to talk to anyways. They come up and are just like, have you heard about the moon? And you're like, stop it. So this isn't what I need.
I want to talk about this so bad. Okay, I won't name them. I won't say their sex, but there is a comic who will just hold you verbally hostage and keep talking. And I actually had a nightmare. I shot this person in the head to get them to stop talking, but they didn't fucking die. They just had 2 holes to talk out of.
Yeah.
And then I woke up in a cold sweat, and I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Then I didn't want to go back to sleep in case they were still there.
Yeah. You fall back asleep. Anyways, what I was saying.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with people too when I'm like sober. It's like, look, I'm just in a bad mood. I still love you. You're a good person, but I need you to get the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
It's like, still love you. We'll talk later, but go away. It's like, okay, but leave.
Yeah.
It's like, just go away. Okay, but I just want to, no.
Yeah.
But like, I'll be more like abrupt. And then like one guy, he kept interrupting me. And I'm like, okay, hold on. Went to the host and I'm like, take my name off the list. It's like, what, why? It's like, I'm taking the bus home. It's like, oh, it's all like, you couldn't find a ride tonight? I'm like, no, I have a ride, but there are like 30 on the list and this idiot won't stop fucking talking to me and they're pissing me off.
Yeah.
And they're like, I thought you said you weren't mad at me. And I'm like, I wasn't the first 30 times you talked to me.
Yeah.
It's like, now I'm pissed off at you and I'm leaving before I punch you.
Yeah. Yeah,
But yeah, I'm worried I'm gonna like, some people are gonna get butt hurt and I feel bad.
Yeah, see, I don't know.
Also, when somebody tells you something once.
Yeah, some people do need to have people be mean to them. You know, like
I should be mean to the person I had the nightmare about. But they're so nice.
I think if you're having nightmares, probably you should at least be like, hey.
I've straight up hid from them. Like I saw them across the street and I'm like, I don't have the time.
Yeah.
And like I like ran, there was a line to one of the bars on 6th Street and I looked at the bouncer and I'm like, you don't know me. It's all like, I'm not here to drink. I'm just hiding from somebody. Can I just please hide inside the doorway until they walk by?
Yeah.
And the dude was all like, well, let me check your ID. And I'm like, we don't have time for that. It's in the front pouch. And I dropped my bag in front of them and zoomed in. And the dude just kind of looked at me and he's like, hold on, line, stay. He goes in and he's all like, okay, are there any firearms in here? And I'm like, no. It's like, and here's the ID.
Yeah.
He's like, okay. He's like, all right, well, you should wait in line if you're gonna drink. And I'm like, I told you I'm not here to drink. I'm just waiting for the person across the street to go.
Yeah.
It's like the bitch in the yellow top.
Yeah.
And they're all like, okay. It's like, just let me know when they're gone and I'll get out of your hair. 30 minutes later, I'm like, are they gone yet? Nope. And I'm like, I actually am gonna grab a drink at the bar then.
Yeah.
It's all like, okay. It's like, go ahead.
Turns out if I'm here, you know?
But they started laughing. And like, once the person was gone, I explained the situation because the line was gone too. And I'm like, they talk a lot and I didn't have the time.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, no, I get it now. It's like, I'm sorry. It was just like, it was kind of sketchy. And I'm like, no, I get it.
Yeah.
I was being sketchy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, were you downtown whenever the shooting happened? What was that? 2-3 weeks ago now?
2 weeks maybe.
2-3 weeks? No.
Yeah.
What shooting?
So one of my buddies and his girlfriend were in from Missouri. He's a comedian and stuff. So we were all like, oh, let's go out downtown. Me, JP, and then them two went out. And we were at, what's the bar with the mechanical bull downtown?
Dirty something.
Yeah. So.
Dirty Roosters? No. Dirty something.
Yeah. I know it's by San Jack. I can never remember the name of it.
I know. Like, it's dirty something.
Yeah. So we were in there. And apparently some guy was trying to get into either like San Jack or one of the other bars like right in there and had a gun. And they like were wanting everyone because it was a Saturday night, I think.
Yeah.
So they were like wanted him to like, you have a gun. You can't come in with a gun. And then he just like wouldn't leave. So the cops came over, and whenever the cops came over, the dude pulled out his gun on the cops, and the cops just mowed him down there on 6th Street. So we got trapped.
All the fun stuff. Just kidding.
Yeah,
not really.
Trust me, I was like, man, all the time I go out downtown, like doing comedy, nothing that crazy ever happens. The one time my buddy and his girl are like, we're gonna move to Austin. The first night we go out downtown, there's a shooting.
Welcome to Texas, baby.
Yeah, I was like, well, hey, at least you know the cops are going to take care of it if there's a problem down here.
Yeah,
like,
no, I think the cops here are way better and they're way friendlier than like Arizona cops, especially Flagstaff.
Yeah.
But I have a couple stories for that. Most of the crazy shit has happened, like, it's normally my family's related.
Yeah.
And I did once fire a gun in the air to stop an argument at a family reunion. They were pissing me off, and I'm like, Russell, do you got your gun? And he's all like, are you gonna shoot one of them? And I'm like, no. And I'm all like, this doesn't have a safety, right? He's like, it's a revolver. It doesn't have a fucking safety.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. And I held it up in the air and I like shot it. I really hope that bullet didn't fall down and kill somebody.
Yeah.
But if so, I might have killed a man or a woman. Hopefully not a dog.
Yes, it was probably someone's dog.
You just hear her in the distance. It's like Mr. Butterfingers.
Yeah.
No.
Somebody's watching this right now. They're like, that's what happened to woofers? What?
But yeah, we were outside. I fired the gun into the air. Everybody stopped and turned. I'm like, you all need to act right. I'm tired of the cops getting called every time we get together.
Yeah.
And then I handed the gun back to Russell and I'm like, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
But there was and then there was I accidentally started a race war.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So there was this kid, like it was in high school, but he led Flag PD on a high-speed chase. He was coked out of his skull. And he opened fired first.
Jesus Christ.
But he fired at the cops, and all the cops were like, oh, hell no. So they shot his ass. They mowed his ass down.
Yeah.
And it was a Mexican kid and all of his family. It's like flag. They had shirts made. Mm-hmm. They did the Mexican thing where they get the big memorial on the back of the truck. It's like the Virgin Mary. It's like in loving memory of something.
Yeah.
And like, but they had shirts and like they had the, like, you know, the paint that you put on your windows and stuff for graduation. It's like Flag PD killed my nephew, Flag PD killed my brother, all that. But because I don't know how to keep my mouth shut, it's like, okay, but this was not a victim.
Yeah.
This, like,
yeah,
he's not the victim here. He opened fired at them first. It's like, you hate Mexicans. And I'm like, I'm Mexican. You're a self-hating Mexican. So like, that's why you don't speak Spanish. You hate your people. Anyway, they all said they were going to kick my ass at lunchtime. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going to get my ass kicked at lunchtime.
Yeah.
So like, I'm out on the field and like, they start coming towards me. But like, there's a whole bunch of white rednecky kids who just love to beat up on Mexicans. And then also there was a couple of kids, because I used to like kind of help tutor kids and like I'd help proofread my troubled friends like essays and stuff for their parole officers. But they see the nice little fat Mexican girl with a limp, like about to get her ass kicked, and they see all this and they're like, oh hell no, not our homegirl. So it was just kind of like a race war between the Mexicans and the whites. And the natives are just in the back. It's like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
And then my brother, like, I could see he was torn. I think he joined the Mexican side, not because he wanted to kick my ass, but because he didn't want to get his ass kicked by them.
Yeah.
It's all like, God damn. But yeah, accidentally started a race war.
It's like you went to school in a prison.
Kind of a lot of fucked up shit. There's one kid, like, we had to do our AIMS and SAT-9 testing in the library because I don't know why they thought it was a good idea to leave a giant pile of bricks outside.
Yeah.
But one of the troubled kids just threw them through like every classroom window on that side of the building.
God.
So it was like winter, so we all had to hang out and do class in the library and shit.
Jesus.
But like this, I think his name was PJ. One time, like he was doing something and I'm running attendance to the office and I see him, he's in midair kicking and screaming, handcuffed, and the cops have him on either shoulder just like hanging him a couple feet above the air, the ground. And he's like kicking, he's like, you're all a bunch of fucking pigs. Pigs, you're all fucking pigs. Just starts screaming and yelling it. He's like, yeah, fuck you. Fuck your mothers. I'd fuck your wives better than all of you. Keep in mind, this is like a 10-year-old kid.
Jesus Christ.
And like, I'm walking with attendance and like, as he's screaming, he sees me and in handcuffs, he's like, hi, Celia. I'm like, hey, PJ. Yeah. It's like, officers. And then he goes back to screaming and fighting. And I walk towards the office and drop it off. It's all like, PJ's getting arrested. It's like, yeah, there was an incident. It's like, what happened? It's like, well, we can't discuss that. It's like, nunchucks? No. Knife? No. Did he throw a chair at somebody? Yeah. Teacher? Teacher's aide.
Yeah.
It's like, word.
Fucking legend.
Yeah. There's like one kid who almost set the school on fire. There's like so many weird instances at both of my schools.
Yeah. How big was your school?
Yeah.
Like that one, the elementary school, I think we had like, it was either 400 or 600 kids. And then MEMS was like 1,400 kids. Oh, that was a cool fist fight to watch too.
What about your graduating class or
So
high school?
I had a chronic headaches when I was younger, so I dropped out. Like I left regular school and went to online school.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And then I ended up dropping out and getting my GED because that was faster to do that and get college credits because I was trying to join the military.
Oh, okay.
And I lost like 80 pounds to do it.
Yeah.
And I had like 30 or 40 more pounds to lose. Or I lost 90 pounds and I had 30 more pounds to lose. And like that part was actually cool because I was like, I've never thought I'd be able to do a push-up, and I was able to do like 23 in like a minute. And then I was starting to be able to run the mile, and I had to be able to run, I think it was like 14, like a mile and a half in 14 minutes, I think I was supposed to do, or 15 minutes or something.
Yeah.
But like I was getting better at that shit. But all that's unrelated. But yeah, so I ended up not graduating, but I was still in Girl Scouts, and I got my gold award for community service and a couple other awards for community service.
Yeah.
Because I used to be a little Bible banger. I was still a bitch, but like I cared. Like I'd call you an asshole. It's like, do you want peace?
Yeah. Just getting shit on while getting food, like, you're a dumb cunt. All right.
I'm sorry, you mentioned something earlier that I was kind of like confused by. You said casinos, but in Phoenix?
Yeah.
There's casinos in Phoenix? Mm-hmm. I didn't know this. Did you know this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
also,
I did.
Yeah, Texas doesn't have casinos, right?
No.
Yeah.
It's totally illegal around
That's
here.
fucking weird. And y'all need to get your drinking laws together.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I agree with
In
that.
Arizona, you can't buy alcohol between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m.
Yeah.
All across the board.
Yeah.
You can buy hard liquor anytime you want, as long as it's not between those hours.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Missouri's thing was just after midnight on Sunday, you couldn't buy alcohol anymore. But like all the rest of the time, you could buy alcohol until like it was like 1 or 2 at any place that was open. But yeah, the drinking laws down here are bizarre.
We have too many guns, bro.
I have to, like, I get that, but still, population control.
Yeah, yeah. Come on, take a few of them
Oh,
out.
and that's funny too. The celebrity theater show I gotta do when I gotta open for Tony in Phoenix. Mm-hmm. Like, so 2 of my siblings come, and my brother calls. He's all like, "Can I bring my gun in?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "I'm sorry, I thought this was fucking America." And I'm like, "You can't take," like, he rarely leaves the house unless he's going to work.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Dude, you can't bring your fucking gun inside."
Yeah.
It's like, you want to take your gun somewhere? You can't even take your gun into a bar in Texas.
No.
And he's like, "Why can't I bring a gun in?" And I'm like, "Because a lot of people don't like the headliner."
Yeah.
So, like, he's cool, but a lot of motherfuckers are crazy, too.
Yeah.
So, like, look at the arena. Half these people have mullets. Just kidding.
Yeah, so yeah, the drinking laws down here are weird. Because also it's weird that, like, you can only buy liquor at liquor stores here. I don't know how, like, Arizona was.
Y'all
Like,
buying in a Walmart?
So,
yeah, Sam's
yeah, I
was
heard
the best
you can buy,
place to buy liquor at.
in Walmart, you can buy alcohol.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it made everybody's day when that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like Walmart started selling alcohol before. I think they just sold beer, but like when they legalized it, like, so there's the old Walmart and the new Walmart.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're a Flagstaff local. It's like the old one or the new one. So like the new one was on 4th Street, the old one was on Woodlands. And it's like old Walmart, but they just have like 3 really long ass shelves full of every type of liquor you can imagine.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's lovely.
Yeah, so
I wasn't even drinking back then, but I think the bottles are pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to always go to Sam's to buy hard liquor because it was cheapest there.
Yeah.
So whenever I moved down here, I was like, oh, like, you know, I ran out of the whiskey I brought. And I was like, oh, I'll buy another bottle of whiskey while we're, like, out at the store. And I'm walking around Sam's. I'm just like, where is... So, like, I asked somebody, and they're like, you can't buy liquor here. And I'm like, why not? They like look at me like I'm stupid. I'm like, this is a store, right? Like, what is going on?
Oh, and then I was buying, I was making a little gift bag for Tony as a thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm mad because I bought the Crown Royal to replace the one I drank. That's part of the gift bag. And I had the gift bag. And I was like, this pretty green, shiny color.
Yeah.
But like, I put it in there with the card. Luckily, the racist dictionary wasn't in there yet. I'll explain that later. But I'm unlocking my bedroom door.
Yeah.
And I opened the door, but not all the way. And I kind of walked in fast. And I hit it against the door handle, shattered it. And then like, I heard it and I'm like, please no. And then I heard like, clink, clink, clink. And then you drip, 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 drip. I'm like, fuck. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So now I have to replace all that. But like, I went to the New Year's Eve show and that's where I was going to give it to him. But that was on Sunday.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I can't buy liquor tonight.
Yep.
And somebody told me New Year's Day, you can't buy hard liquor for some reason.
Yep.
Why?
That's so weird.
We're trying to save people's lives, yo. That's how we do it around here.
Okay. No.
Good old
I've seen your guys' fucking electric chair murders.
Yeah.
Fucking straight up executing people with Down syndrome.
Yeah, we let them go that way.
Yeah, dude, they still hung people here until like the 80s, I think.
I respect that.
As long as they do it in Times Square, so everyone else sees what happens when you steal horses.
Dude, that's on my list of things to do. Like, I want to steal a cow.
I thought you were going to say hang somebody in the town square. I was like...
No, but maybe that's how I'll kill the cow.
Yeah.
No, I just want to steal and eat a cow. I don't think that makes me a bad person.
That's fair.
That sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
Actually, as a Texan, a native Texan, I think that's been like a reoccurring dream of mine since I was like 5 or something.
Yeah, no, if I ever find out I have cancer, I'm going to kill some people. And then I'm going to steal a cow and eat it.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to steal a horse and ride it down 6th Street.
Yeah. You'd probably get in the most trouble stealing the cow and horse, because...
Yeah, well, I'm going to be eating what's left of the cow while I'm on the horse, just like fucking ribs. Like. Yeah, no, if I found out I had cancer tomorrow, I'm like, fuck the drinking Brett.
Yeah. It would be wild to find out you're dying and being like, but I still have this bet about not drinking alcohol.
Yeah. It's like, I don't want to die sober.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, do you have some questions for us, Japes?
Oh, yeah, we forgot about these.
Hey, question.
Yeah, I'll say last time, I think it was the last 5 seconds.
Oh, yeah, and then the other crazy roommate, he stole my laundry detergent, but he doesn't live there anymore either.
That's a dickhead thing to steal.
It is.
That's like stealing,
I'm mostly
like,
upset because,
deodorant.
like, there was still enough for, like, maybe another 20 loads.
Yeah.
Because it was the big thing, but it disappeared, and the other roommate's like, yeah, I don't know who took that. And I'm like, it was probably the asshole on the couch.
Yeah.
But also, I was blackout drunk the last night I drank. And, like, I vaguely remember arguing with him. But, like, the people I was hanging out with, they walked me upstairs to make sure I got in safe.
Yeah.
And, like, I was trying to be nice at first, and then I guess I was being a bitch because he was being a bitch. But he's like, whatever character you're trying to do, it's not working, sweetheart. And I'm like, you catty little fucking bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, I am very happy I don't have to have roommates anymore.
That sounds nice.
And also, I never really had bad roommates. Like,
I've had so many bad roommates.
Yeah, I only lived with, like, one buddy from high school whenever we went to college together. And we'd been friends for long enough that, like, it was just a really fun time. And I went to a tech school, so we only went to college for like 2 years. So we didn't live together long enough to like start annoying each other either. It was just like, oh yeah, like if you can't live with somebody for 2 years, you're probably not really that good of friends. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was yeah, I've been very lucky because I had him as a roommate, and then, you know, now my fiance, and it's like, well, that's just easy because so many horror stories.
Dude, I was living with this, like, somehow worse drunk than I was during the pandemic. And, like, I was the only idiot who got a job. I became an essential worker.
Oh.
I gave you all your lottery tickets at Circle K.
Oh, yeah.
Which is frustrating in itself because nobody ever knows what the fuck they want.
Yeah.
And it's always somebody in, like, I hate people who, like, read with their mouths open.
Yeah.
Just like, let me see.
That's such a good impression.
I want 3 of the 20s 6 of the triple threes. 10 of the hot sevens. Like, people used to do it at McDonald's too.
Yeah.
And like, sometimes I do have racist thoughts, but it was mostly at McDonald's when elderly white people, because they'd make that face while they were like, I don't see the fish fillet.
Yeah.
It's like, honey, you haven't seen anything since
Yeah.
the 80s.
Yeah.
But like, they're making that face, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, superior race my ass. Like, just in my head.
Dude, it looks like 3 of my aunts, dude.
No, I hate that. Like, I can understand like moving your lips when you read, that's fine.
Yeah.
But just somebody's like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I want to punch you in the face.
Yeah.
Like that, and people who smile during sex upset me.
I want to scowl.
Yeah. I want to see you struggle. It's like, this isn't a happy place. Children have died inside of me. Who the fuck goes to an Indian burial ground? Sorry.
Oh my god.
That's good. All right. Well, I did find some would you rather questions. Real quick, I did want to talk about that we are going to be doing. We just talked about this. I'm super excited, Celia, and
We're starting a porn website. Just kidding. No.
Yeah, OnlyFans. We're doing it OnlyFans.
Yeah, it's still gonna be called Birthday Boys for some reason.
It's gonna be run by Fox though, so it's gonna be only Forcing.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Well, we're doing a 6-episode series with Celia. It's going to be titled something brand new. I mean, we still don't even have a name for it. Maybe we can come up with a name from these would you rather questions, because they're pretty psychologically telling. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I know we're going to learn some deep inside shit about you, Celia, with this one, okay?
Me firing a gun and talking about wanting to kill people. Just kidding.
We have got quite a bit out of you today.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it could be called Celia, the ones that live. You know?
I think this is a pretty funny one. Okay, what do you think about this one, guys? Would you rather be on a dating show or a survival show?
Survival.
Why?
I'm not a dater.
Not a dater?
Yeah. Like, I don't ever want to get married or anything.
Oh, okay.
And like, according to my family, it's because I'm afraid of relationships. And like, that could be true, but like, I've seen so many shitty ones, and I'm like, and then it's like, when are you gonna get married? And I'm like, I think that's a weird question to ask me, considering your husband tried to set you on fire.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, the dude who tried to set her on fire, he was the one who introduced my mom to my dad. And like, before I knew, my dad wasn't completely like it wasn't all my dad being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I like turned to my mom and I'm all like, okay, so the guy who tried to set his wife on fire introduced you, and you didn't think that was a red flag? It's like, well, she hadn't tried to set him on fire yet, but he did hit her in the head with a hammer. Took out a chunk of her skull. They had to replace it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So survival.
Yeah.
This sounds like a dating show would be a survival show for you. If it was.
Yeah, like, I've tried dating. Like, I thought about downloading Tinder or one of these dating apps because I've never had one.
Yeah.
Like, I did Match.com one time when I was like 20-something.
Yeah.
And that was like the month free trial or whatever. And hated it.
Yeah.
But like, it's like, why do I have to get to know somebody to have sex with them? Like, I can't wait till I make enough money off comedy. Hookers.
Yeah.
Just all day, every day, male and female. Someday.
That is very true. I had a teacher in college that told us, don't ever get married. Hire a hooker once a week,
Holy
once
shit.
a month, whatever you
That's
need.
a good fucking teacher.
He's like, because it'll save you a lot of money. And I was like, oh, that's funny. And then, like, I've seen more and more guys get married, and I'm like, ooh, it wasn't a joke. He was giving
Also,
us good
congratulations
life
on
advice.
getting
Yeah.
married soon.
I'm getting married. Yeah, he's like, with the price of a wedding ring, you could have hookers for the rest of your life. And I was like, ooh, that's true.
Man, spinning facts.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like, also relationships, they just look exhausting. And I get annoyed with people pretty fast.
That's fair.
And it's like, I like you, but like, I want to be by myself, and I don't want to, like, for 12 hours, I just want to be by myself. You don't need to ask me what I'm doing every 5 fucking minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. I also think comedy is a very hard thing to date with.
That's why you fuck open micers, because who are they going to tell?
Yeah, see, I always had the rule of, like, not sleeping with comedians, because it's like, I know how broken I am. I don't need that on the other side of this either.
I fucked a lot of comics in Arizona. I've mostly fucked randos here.
Yeah.
But I did accidentally fuck one comic. The other one I didn't know was a comic.
Yeah.
I won't name names.
Well, if they, I mean, if you didn't even know they did comedy, maybe they really aren't, you know.
They're from out of town.
Oh, okay.
They come once a week to do Kill Tony.
Oh,
but
gotcha.
I thought they were an audience member.
Yeah.
Because they were in the audience.
Yeah.
Almost fucked them behind Creek in the Cave, but there was an Asian guy standing there, so it kind of killed the mood.
Yeah. Yeah. Does that person live in Dallas?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say this.
It's not Rudy or Drew or anybody. I don't think it's anybody from Dallas.
Oh, okay. I say because there's a dude I know that comes down every week from Dallas.
It's not Drew.
I've seen it.
He's my big buck hunter buddy, not my big fuck buddy.
Yeah, because the first time I met him, I also thought he was just an audience member. Because I got off stage at Creek and he was like, "Oh," I hadn't seen him before because he isn't from here. Mm-hmm. So he's like, was talking to me about a set. He's like, "Oh," he's like, "I really like that joke, blah, 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 whatever." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Thanks, Ben." And then I left and I saw him at Kill Tony sign up like 2 months later. And I was like, "Oh, you're a comedian." And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, well, sorry, man. I wasn't trying to blow you off. I thought you were just like some guy drunk trying to like have too much of it." And he's like, "Oh, no." He's like, "I do comedy." I was like, "Oh, sorry, man. My bad." Like I wasn't trying to be a dick or anything. He's like, "No, you're good." So
I feel bad at the New Year's Kill Tony. Like this dude like gives me a hug and he's like, "Hey," but like he looks a lot like the shitty drug dealer I bought cocaine from my second day here. And I thought it was him. And I'm like, "Why are you being friendly with me, asshole? You pissed me off."
Yeah.
And then I thought about it after the fact. And I'm like, "No, that's the dude from the Mainer mic." So I go over to him and I'm like, "I am so sorry. It's like, I need to give you a better hug." And I explained to him why. It's like, "I thought you were a shitty coke dealer."
Yeah.
It didn't dawn on me it was you, Mark.
Yeah.
And he's all like, "Oh my God." He's like, "How do I look like the shitty coke dealer?" It's like, you both have a wonky eye. And short hair.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that is a bad thing. There is only a lot of Austin comedy has the same archetype: short white, tall white, fat white, fucking like.
Right. Fat white with a beard.
Yeah, so like at a certain point.
Bald white, bald with a beard.
Yeah, like there's only so many things.
Dude, it's like NPCs. It's all like, did everybody pick the same character to play today? And then there's bitches who will look like me, and I'm like, how the fuck are there this many fat Mexican women who do comedy? And then I feel stupid because like I've been like lately, like I started wearing lipstick and shit, but I'll forget I'm wearing lipstick.
Yeah.
And I'll be like either drunk at a bar or something, but I'll turn and like, it was at Skankfest, I'm going up to the mirror because I'm wearing lipstick, and I'm like, shit, this fat prostitute's about to ask me for sex and I don't have the money. And then I'm like, wait, I'm the fat prostitute.
Shit,
like,
that's a mirror.
Thank God, I thought this bitch was gonna ask me for my coke. And I ain't sharing that.
Yeah. Well, to say though, I think I would go with a dating show.
Good. Okay, explain, man. Why?
I completely forgot that was the question. Sorry.
No, you're good. No, but just because I think I would have way more fun on a dating show than a survival show. Because a survival show, I'd be like, fuck, I have to survive. Where a dating show, I'd be like, I'm married. I can just fuck off with this whole thing.
You and this "I'm married" thing as this like blanket statement,
dude, it's
just
so,
to get out of every hypothetical situation.
No. So, because here's the thing: there was this guy that was on The Bachelor, married to a white woman. So,
okay,
that's why I know about The Bachelor. But fucking, there was a dude who got to like the final two people on The Bachelor, who was like engaged. And went on The Bachelor to promote his like music career or something.
Oh my God, I heard about that.
And like everyone was like, this guy's a monstrous piece of shit. And I was like, I would so fucking do that. Like if I get skinny and hot, I'm so gonna try to manipulate some shit like that. Like that's legendary to me, to be like, ooh, by the way.
So loudly burping in the microphone. Sorry.
You're good. But yeah, because I would have so much fun with that.
I will say, I'm mad they canceled it, but F-Boy Island, if you hadn't watched that.
Yeah, my girl is a big fan.
I loved that show.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they pick the fuck boys every time.
Yeah.
It's like, I can change him.
Yeah.
It's like, that's why we make less money.
Yeah.
You're the reason.
Nope. Like, he's gonna fuck your sister. Like,
Yeah, and I think one of them was like engaged to on that one.
it's yeah, but ever since I heard that thing about the drill in the back, I was like, that's fucking legendary.
Right?
To be like, I'm just doing this to promote my music career. I didn't think I'd get this far. I'm engaged. I'm like, how did the producers not figure that out?
You think they'd vet him?
Yeah, like you would think they would look into his back and be like, oh, there's engagement photos with this motherfucker.
It's all like, there's a lot of pictures of you hiking with a lady and a golden retriever.
Yeah,
Care
like,
to explain?
yeah, what is this? Like,
So like, and there's you drinking kombucha with the same white girl and the golden retriever. Here's you going to yoga with the same white bitch.
yeah, we know white guys don't actually do this shit. You just have to do this shit. What's going on? Yeah, yeah. So I think that'd be very fun. But it is a fun cop out also.
Yeah, no, the survival thing, I couldn't do that at all, man. I don't know shit about nature, dude. I'm an indoor dog,
Girl
you know.
Scout.
The what?
Yeah.
Girl Scout.
Yeah. See, I think I would be fine.
I'm really good at starting fires.
Could you start a fire without a lighter? Could either of you guys do that?
yeah.
Without a lighter, it's been a long time, so it'd probably take me forever. But I think I could do it with 2 rocks.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
It's
fucking...
been a long time since I did that though.
Yeah.
That's a skill, yo.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to learn
I
how to do
normally
that.
cheated and had a magnifying glass.
I wonder if we could use our glasses for that.
Probably.
It depends on the glasses.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't
that-
do it with mine.
Yeah,
Okay.
whatever that amplification and stuff is.
Yeah, like I forget what kind of glasses.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can make it work.
Yeah.
Well, guys, it is about that time. I have a nipple piercing appointment I gotta get to, but
That's what happens if I lose the bet. I have to get my nipples pierced.
yeah, no, we'll go together. I'll wait for you.
You guys can hold each other's hands. Fuck, it's gonna hurt.
It's like do them both at the same time.
Yeah.
Bring 2 piercers in.
All 4 nipples at once? Oh my
Yes.
god, that'd be epic. We'd have to film it.
Right. Oh, thank God I only have 2 nipples
Yeah.
that I know of.
No, I mean your 2 nipples and my 2 nipples.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I do get mistaken for a cow a lot. I remember I screamed that at my brother one time. He's like, lose weight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck you. It's like, I'll go to India where they know how to appreciate someone of my stature. I'll fucking block traffic.
Oh God. The gods walk among us.
Oh my God, there's this one dude who keeps commenting on my shit. Like commenting. He's all like, wow, maybe don't eat as many cheeseburgers. And I'm like, nope. And then he's all like, oh, God forbid you stop focusing on food and live a long life for your children. I'm like, I don't have any kids.
Yeah.
And he's all like, good, don't ever reproduce. And I'm like, I wasn't planning on it, but since you told me not to,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have 10 fucking fat kids and I'm gonna feed them nothing but cheeseburgers. And then I'm gonna tell them you're the father, so they're always in your DMs and you have to look at my fat cheeseburger babies.
Fat cheeseburger babies, I love that.
That should be a T-shirt. That should be.
I'm not even gonna breastfeed them. I'm just gonna puree a cheeseburger and wish them the best of luck. So like only the strong will survive.
Milkshakes only, baby.
Yeah, we are looking for merch ideas for Celia too, so make
Yeah.
sure to get those in the comments. But
Yeah.
Celia, you have anything to plug or anything like that, or your Instagram or website maybe?
Shit. I know I have shows coming up, but like, when do you guys normally release again?
This one's gonna come out in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Well, March
yeah.
2nd, I'm gonna be in Baton Rouge.
Hell yeah.
We're redoing the Mississippi one. February 29th. It's either called Big Spring or Box Spring, Texas.
I think it's Big Spring.
I think it's Big Spring.
Big Spring.
Yeah, I don't know. Box Spring sounds like something Texas would name a city afterwards.
That's fair. They're like, the thing we can't afford, a Box Spring. You keep
No,
that
it cracks me
mattress
up how
on the
many
floor.
like European city names are here. It's all
Yeah.
like, welcome to Paris, Texas.
Yeah.
No,
It's
I think that's right next to Mattress on the Floor, Texas, if I
Yeah.
remember correct. Yeah.
Which is adjacent to Shotgun, Texas. It's a real place.
Eric, what about you? Do you have any? Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't even get to finish.
There's others, but I honestly don't remember, and I need to put them in my phone still.
Yeah.
What about your Instagram, real quick, just so I can?
It's Celia CELIA_ the letter A_ Graham GRAM. So Celia Graham. I used to be a drug dealer, so it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Come smoke a gram with us sometime, everybody.
Yeah.
We should smoke weed after this.
Yeah, that's what we actually have to get to. I'm
Thank
keeping
God.
these nipples pure.
Just so y'all know, I'm gonna piss behind a building and then smoke a joint with these men.
Like Christians.
Yeah. And also, we're on the subject. I've peed on 6th Street twice.
Yeah.
Only twice? I mean, I think I've gone a good 20 times.
6th Street, yes. It's harder to pee in public when you're a girl.
Yeah.
Like, if I get arrested for anything, it's gonna be indecent exposure because I've had sex in a lot of public areas.
Oh, shit.
And I'm huge. The fact that I haven't been caught is concerning.
I've always wanted to do that. That sounds fucking fun as fuck.
A lot of Denny's bathrooms.
I'm an IHOP guy myself, so.
I like both, but the waffles are better at Denny's. Or no, that's wrong. Waffles are better at...
Waffle House?
I've never been to Waffle House, but I'm told I have Waffle House energy.
Yeah.
And my friend was like, you should be a server there. It's all like, you can handle a fist fight. And I'm like, how many fist fights happen to Waffle House? And then all my friends laughed.
A lot.
And they're like, and I'm like, damn, maybe I do have Waffle House energy.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, I got some stuff coming up, but none of it is officially set in the calendar yet. Follow the Instagram, Eric Biggs Comedy, and hopefully hit up Comedy Club of Columbia, Missouri, and DM them and tell them how much you love me and how you'll buy lots of tickets whenever they come let me headline. Because that's in the works, people. It's in the works.
Oh, shit, that's what I forgot. I'm doing a mini tour with David Jolly in Arizona.
Fuck
so we're going to be at Tempe Improv the 7th, Flagstaff, Arizona the 8th, Bisbee, Arizona the 9th, and the 10th will be at Bull Shooters in Phoenix, Arizona.
Fuck yeah.
Arizona, make sure to check these dates out, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have an album coming out August 8th called For the Ashleys and LaToya. I'm super excited to be getting this 6-episode series with you, Celia, so keep an eye out for that. I mean, we'll be talking about that more and shit, but...
Survival with Celia?
Survival with Celia. I love that. Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
I like
there
that.
We go.
I like that.
Because I've been surviving my whole life. I hate dating, though.
Yeah.
That's a good fucking name. No, that actually fucking might work. Yeah, that could work it.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah. Well, hey,
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Just to pretend this is Guinness.
Cheers, everybody at home. Love you guys. Like, subscribe. We'll see you next week.
Salud.